Before I start this video, I just want to preface that I originally wasn't going to make this video because I thought it would just be smart for me to just bury my head in the sand and just completely forget all the things that I said in the last couple hours and just move on, just keep posting OC YouTube videos and just chill max. But I figured that some people will probably be commenting later on and be like, yo, can you address this and that? And they're gonna like check my other social medias and be like, okay, well, I might be pressured to make that type of video. And I just want to say at the end of the day, after all my contemplation, I finally came to the decision that I'm going to be completely honest and I'm going to be completely unfiltered, and I'm going to choose a path of bravery. I'm not going to be a coward and go back into the sand and completely ignore, just plug my ears and just say, nah, nothing happened. No, I'm going to keep everything up and fully address everything with my whole heart and just be truly honest, because another aspect of me is that I'm very religious and I feel like God would not be happy with me if I was a coward in this situation here. Just forget everything. I'm just gonna say I'm prepared for the dislikes, the unsubs, the hate, all of the people just saying, oh my god, KAPNOYR, you are the worst person ever. But I'll just get on to the video really quick, because some of you guys who don't even know what the freak is going on are probably like, okay, what are you yapping about, blood? So I'm just going to give you guys an overview where the KAPNOYR situation is crazy. I know some of you guys are freaking awaiting this video. Basically what happened is that a few days ago I made a video about Sagan. I said the Sagan situation is crazy, where essentially it was this mapper that vetoed Bang Bang and then he got a lot of hate and people were calling him racist in the BN nominations, and I explained why people are calling him racist, and I'll play the clip right here for why people are saying he's racist. If you guys are wondering why these guys are calling Sagan racist here, it's because if you spell the backwards of Sagan's name, it spells niggas. Essentially that clip got clipped to heck, and there was a Twitter post by Danny where it explained that situation, and also a lot of people in the comments were like, oh my god, he said the word, and I'm just like, it's just a word. That's basically what I said, and I should have just left it at that, because it just made sense in the scenario, right? I kind of just wanted to test the waters and just say it anyways, because that is quite literally what the backwards of Sagan's here is. I took a bit of a step forward on Twitter, which is aka X, where you essentially just boast your thoughts and your words onto whatever format, and I wanted to extend a bit more on this topic with the N-word, where I basically had this schizo belief that people are going to probably call me racist because I said it out of context in that video, and perhaps I got very schizo with that whole thought process, and I made a whole tweet about it where I'll just read it to you guys really quick, where it says in here, am I racist for saying the word niggas in my video today? I personally don't care if you guys call me racist for it. I feel like people are just so scared of being labeled a racist nowadays. To me, it is a buzzword that has lost all meaning due to overuse in my generation. So I didn't expect this tweet to get any sort of traction at all. I was kind of just yapping my thoughts on Twitter because that's kind of just what I do. But it's got like a lot of views, like 55,000. I think it's like maybe almost 100,000 now. And like ratio wise, it's very bad for like a high view tweet like this. And there was a lot of backlash to this, especially by the black community in OSU, like well-known black people in OSU game, where especially it was Sytho here, where I got ratioed the heck. And he was like, you're not black. That's disrespectful to say regardless. And then there was also Danny here saying, low-key weird explanation. I thought you literally just said it to emphasize how Sagan is niggas. And I said, yeah, I did. And then there was the other person, Daviloff, this explanation ain't it, bro. And all these people are super chill, by the way. I've met them IRL and I have no personal grudges against them, right? I do think it's a novel experience to get ratioed on Twitter like this, but that's pretty much what happened and what I'm getting all this flack and drama with. And I'm sure some guys who aren't even caught up in this scenario and hearing about this first time, they're like, oh my god, are you freaking racist? And I just want to address these things really quick, where I want to say that in this tweet where I was basically saying all of these things, I just want to say I worded it very fucking wrong. So my main intention of this tweet was to say, okay, well, I think people are going to call me out for being racist because I said the N-word in the video out of context, and I just wanted to challenge that idea, because socially, if you just say that like out of context in a social situation, especially in America, like you literally just say the word, there's no context, people are going to say you're racist. And I just wanted to talk about it because I felt like I had some sort of righteous virtuous philosophical take on it, but I think I worded it very fucking wrong, and it makes people think, okay, well, this guy just thinks that N-word or racist is a buzzword. Like if you look at the wording of it, it says, to me, it is a buzzword that has lost all meaning due to overuse in my generation. What does it mean? Does it mean N-word or racist? And I just want to say I was talking about racist, not N-word, and I know N-word, the whole controversy around it. It has very deep historical roots, but racist I feel like is a buzzword that people just throw around a lot. But that's my clarification on that. I know a lot of people got confused about it and thought I was talking about N-word, but I worded it very fucking wrong and I didn't really relay my true intentions, right? So I made some apology tweets basically, where I was basically posting this after I heard that people are actually talking about this. Like, I didn't even think people even talk about this, but that's honestly my fault for like not watching what I say on the internet. But I basically said in a sequential tweet where I said, I worded my last post super wrong, where it gave the aggressive impression that I said the word in my video because I wanted to be racist and didn't care if people thought that about me. And I just want to say that was not my main intention. My main intention of that post was to challenge the idea of people thinking it's racist if I just said it on its own. And I feel like people just say things are racist even when they really aren't, which is why I felt like the word racist lost meaning lately. I do give my transient thoughts at the time on Twitter every time I feel like I have some sort of philosophical message to tell, but I do think I worded it extremely wrong and now have a lot of people hating on me. My apologies to those who I disrespected with that post. So that is my sincere apology right there. And after this whole thing, I kind of got a lot of mental boom because I don't really check Twitter like notifications wise like that much. Like, I did check the notifications after I made that post and I saw the people booming me and I was like, oh shit, well, I think I made a fuck up here. And that really messed up my mental because I was working on some other things IRL, and then I look at this on my phone and I'm like, okay, well, I obviously fucked up here. I feel socially outcasted. But I basically made a sequential tweet where I was thinking, okay, low-key thinking about deleting my X because my brain is so retarded, it makes me tweet controversial things all the time. X was mainly an experiment for me to see if I can grow an account here, but my mental health gets so boomed every time I use this app skull emoji. We'll see, bros. And that is the genuine truth, where I mainly started using X like I think it was like 2 months ago or something, because I wanted to see if I can grow this account, because I just wanted to try another social media platform, see if I can grow it. And I'm not like this like freaking all the time. It was just lately that I got very controversial, where I had like all these takes and I wanted to say them online because I don't know what it is about X. Like, it just has like this breeding ground of giving the worst takes ever, and I was basically trying to get on that. I don't know what the frick my motivation was. Maybe it was I was trying to get more attention, probably. But I initially was having motivational stuff where I was showing my weight loss transformation for me being fat as fuck and then me being chill maxing. And then now I kind of just started yapping my own thoughts and eventually spiraled down to this. And that's why I was thinking I should delete it. And then I made the final post in this whole chain. I'm gonna quit WX indefinitely because it keeps fucking my mental health and I keep digging myself a deeper hole every time I use this app. I'll come back once I have an actual agenda and purpose to use this app again, because I mainly use it to test growing an X account. I hope some of my followers gain some value from my previous posts. It's just that I personally gained no value from using this app. I just yap my thoughts lately, which will get me in trouble, IMO. Much love, and I love you all, but for my adversaries, keep working hard, bros. And that is my whole tweet chain here, where this is basically what happened. I'm not going to use X until I've matured more as a person, because I feel like I'm too mentally immature to use this app where I just yap all my thoughts on all this whole situation. That's pretty much the whole drama with me, the KAPNOYR situation. And I understand if you guys probably think I'm some sort of fucking crazy guy, and you're probably thinking, what the hell did you even do all this? What is the thought process here? And I just want to say that me saying the N-word in the last video, it was me testing the waters. I never really tried that before because I'm pretty new at this content creation at the grand scheme of things. And I wanted to see how people would react if I said it. And it seems like the whole sentiment around it was that it was kind of positive, which I was confused by. I was expecting like a backlash because I'm just testing things, right? There's no really harm in testing things in this whole situation. Maybe it's very controversial, I completely agree with that, but I was testing things, just doing a very small test, trying to say that right there. But I think I got a bit too high on my horses here, and I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of going schizo mode, and I'm kind of just having this echo chamber of thoughts in my head where I'm like, okay, I said N-word here, but what if people think I'm racist because I said this in the freaking video? And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to address this on Twitter. It was just a freaking bad mental spiral, and I eventually said that right there, which is a complete mistake on my part, because you guys are probably looking at that tweet and that whole thought process and you're like, KAPNOYR, you are fucking retarded. And I agree with that. I made a mistake here and I learned that lesson. But essentially, there was a whole backlash on this by the community where, as I said, there is the people giving their thoughts on this, and a lot of people probably hating on me on the Twitter side. On the YouTube side, probably you guys maybe don't really know about this, but some people are just making their own backlashes on this. There was also some people that made videos on this situation, like Lemieux, my G, like his video was pretty positive overall. And then there was Bailey's video. I don't really agree with a lot of things he said in this video, and I'm not really going to go into what Bailey said because I don't think it's necessary in this video, but he basically said some things that I don't really agree with, but that was pretty much what happened in terms of that backlash, right? At the end of this, I just want to say that I meant what I say, and I say what I mean in this whole scenario. Like, maybe my wording was very fucking wrong on Twitter here, and this whole situation is honestly very stupid. I'm just trying to test, seeing if I can say N-word. And if you guys are probably thinking, how is this going to affect me into the future? Like, am I going to stop making videos now? Am I canceled forever on Twitter? Well, I just want to say that at the end of the day, I want to remind you guys why I even make these videos in the first place. I don't fucking care if there's a lot of people hating on my videos, as long as there's a small subsection of people that like watching my videos, whether they think it's entertaining or inspiring, my whole journey here, OSU news, or me just talking about fitness and shit. I'm going to appeal to these people. I'm going to appeal to the subscribers, the people that are the real ones and like watching my videos because of me, and not just because of the whole topics, but also because of my own personal brand. And that is why I make these videos. And also, it is very purposeful for me. I don't freaking care if my videos get like 100 views the next day because I get shadow banned, or the next day it's 10,000. Like, obviously I'm gonna feel some sort of more motivation if I get more views, but I know discipline wise I'm gonna keep pushing, because that's just what you're supposed to do in these situations. That's pretty much all I want to say in this video. I just wanted to be completely honest, to say everything in this video, just pour my whole heart out, because I wanted to make the brave choice and give you guys the truth for this situation, because I feel like I'd be quite hypocritical if I completely glazed over this section, did not even say anything, just completely disregarded the truth, and then it was just me while I continued to expose truth about other topics in the OC community. No, that's very hypocritical and very selfish of me, so I will expose myself as well and give you guys the wholehearted truth. And I just want to say that none of this is out of malintentions or anything. But if I were to give one gripe about this whole situation, so as you guys know, I was very ratioed, and this whole ratio topic on Twitter, I don't really fucking care that much. Like, all this engagement, I'm like, it's a fucking number at the end of the day, who fucking cares? But I do want to say that Sytho's take on this, like, Davilov's and Danny's completely fine. Like, these guys are very fucking chill. I think Sytho's very chill. I don't have any personal grudges against him. But when I did meet him at COE, I did ask him a question on what did he think about the N-word. I mean, it's a weird question probably to ask, like, just in general, but it was eventually in that topic in conversation, and he was saying, okay, I don't really care if people say it as long as it's not the hard R and all of that. And I was like, okay, well, that's pretty fine. I also agree with that. Then he made this whole juxtaposition on his beliefs here, or I guess he's pretty familiar with switching up his ideas and beliefs, where one day he's saying he's quitting the game, and then next day he's not quitting the game, but then he's quitting again. So he's very fickle with his beliefs, it seems. But he just says here, you're not black, that's disrespectful to say regardless. And I don't know, I just felt like that whole juxtaposition of Sytho's beliefs here is a bit dishonest and disingenuous to me. I have nothing against Sytho personally, but just a judgment of his character here. And I just wanted to say that maybe that reveals some things about him. I have nothing against him personally. I think he's very fucking chill, and all the other people in here, Danny and Davilov, very fucking chill people. But I just wanted to point that thing out. Maybe Sytho is going to think I'm his #1 enemy. Maybe we're going to be enemies forever now. But I just wanted to say that because I felt like I wanted to point that thing out, where I just wanted to tell the truth for what I am going to say, for what I'm going to do into the future of these type of topics. Like all these controversies and all these things, I can finally say that I've tried them out. I've seen it all happen. So into the future, probably not going to make these crazy controversies again unless I get super duper canceled by YouTube and I just get banned. But I'm like a cockroach, man. I will find a way out. But that's pretty much the whole situation. And for the whole stance about me saying N-word, I'm probably not going to say it like ever again, like into future videos, unless there's like an actual reason for me to say it. Because I do agree with Sytho's take here, where it is disrespectful. I agree with that. I take respect very seriously. I don't care if you guys don't like me or like me. I take respect very seriously because it's the most important thing, especially for man. I agree with what Sytho's saying here. If it's disrespectful for the black people for me to say N-word, then I won't say it. And I'll just keep it that way. Maybe it's not everyone that thinks like that. Obviously, there is going to be different tribes and just whole beliefs, but I'll just avoid saying it into the future because it'll definitely get me in trouble. I know I said it in this video, but I thought it was necessary. I didn't want to just censor it and say N-word. No, it says it on the fucking tweet. I'm going to say it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys.